Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
I'm Bart.
The Exceptional Grain 3rd edition, and we're gonna
Test it! Don Sutcliffe style, baby.
grain whiskey.
I could have gone a little longer there, but it was a little bit raspy.
So, grain whiskey, malt whiskey.
Yes.
Grain whiskeys can be gorgeous. If you are not looking at grain whiskeys, you need to. There are some good ones out there.
They age well.
I believe you have to put some age on a grain whiskey for it to start showing.
I would agree.
We met Don Sutcliffe here in Wichita a couple years ago.
Tasting.
At a tasting at the Scotch and Sirloin.
Right.
So there's the exceptional grain, which is what this one is.
Mm-hmm.
There's the exceptional malt.
Right.
And then the exceptional blend, which is a blending of the grain and the malt whiskeys.
They're married.
This is batch 3. Don did send us this bottle, just so you know. Don is a great guy. We did a live stream with him a couple years ago. We need to do another one with Don.
It was even more than a couple years ago.
Probably.
Some people will remember on Golden Pond.
Well, don't. Why?
What?
Why?
I'm making a joke.
Why?
It's a joke. It's humorous.
So he's gone through, this is the 3rd edition of the grain. Now, what I did find when we did the tasting, we were able to taste the first, he was already on the 2nd edition of the malt.
Right.
The 1st edition of the malt, there was an unintentional
Accidental
hint of peat
Yeah,
that
it was
showed
a hint
up.
of peat, but it was a flash. It was like,
Yeah, Don does not like peat. He tried to leave it out. He sourced a lot of Macallans. Different whiskeys that do not have peat in them.
he's got a lot of
whiskey.
good friends in the industry.
When he did the 1st edition of the malt, after they married the casks together,
He found beautifulness.
some peat came. Just a slight hint of peat came out.
He hit on heaven.
I was able to find just a while back, not that long ago, a bottling in a liquor store I'd been to several times. All of a sudden, one day I go in, there's an exceptional malt on the shelf, and I look at it, and it's inaugural edition.
So first of all, this is his dream.
Yeah.
You pop into whiskey stores just hoping to find something like that.
Well, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I don't. You pop in and then you're like, what?
Yeah.
Edition, the inaugural.
So
How does that even happen, though? We got to pause there.
this was just a
They
year
lose
ago.
a case. They got a case
Well,
buried. There's a bottle.
I think there must have been some bottles in the back room.
Was there
that
only
probably
one
came-
bottle?
Yep, one bottle.
So they've got some castaway that they're not even aware of. Throw it on the shelf.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm buying it. I take it up front. Now, normally these are around $100.
Right.
They are pricey, but they're good. I'm like, I'm buying. This is the inaugural edition. He's
Yeah.
already on, I think, the
you're-
3rd edition of the malt
You're
at the
thrilled
time.
to even find it.
Yeah. There should be this hint of peat in there with this nice malty sherryness.
He's salivating before he's even.
And they ring it up, and it was $39.99.
Oh my God! And then you were like, did you even say anything?
Well, no. Mm-mm.
You didn't use.
I'm sure they put it out. They found it. It
Right,
was several
this
years
is-
old,
we
and
gotta
they
get
put it
rid of
out. They
this.
probably put it out at cost.
Wow, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yep, I bet you're right. We got to clear this out. Somebody,
I
they're
was
probably
buying-
like, Jimmy!
I was buying it. I was buying it either way.
Yeah, they're like, Jimmy, you got to,
Well-
this whole section over here,
Now-
right over there, we got to clear it out. We got to make room for the holiday liqueurs. And he was like, all right, chop, chop, Jimmy, chop, chop.
I will tell you. So I do have. I've bought an extra with my own money. An exceptional
You
grain,
didn't like Jimmy?
1st edition up there, and then that malt as well.
Okay, so you got
So
all
I
the
have
first
gone
editions.
out. I have gone out and bought these with my own money. They are good. They are pricey.
Oh, you're just,
I'm just saying they're good
qualifying that
whiskeys.
we're not just rating the if we rate this good, or at least if you do, since I don't have these at home, it's because you actually like it.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
glad you did all those qualifiers.
Yep.
I'm still on Jimmy. Jimmy's just like clearing it out, putting it in there. You know what I feel bad for is like a month or two from now, they're gonna be like, Jimmy, you sold this at cost. And they'd be like, well, you said to get out of that whole section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is bottled at 43% ABV. It's a little bit lighter. Now Dawn did send the makeup of this one along as well. So this has a 6-year-old Loch Lomond whiskey in it. It has 9-year-old and 14-year-old North British distillery in it. 20-year-old Strathclyde, 33-year-old Carsbridge, and 34-year-old Cameron Bridge grain whiskeys. 186.
Wow. 188.
88.
Hold on, I'm getting a weird, not bad. It's like I bit my lip over here and it let me know.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't bite your lip. Vanillas,
I
caramels.
didn't think I had. It kind of like went right to that area and went. You ever had a whiskey do that?
No.
Or I have.
Vanillas, caramels, green, a little bit of green apple I got right there.
On the nose?
Yeah.
See, the nose here is coming off really light.
It is. It's a grain whiskey. They do come off lighter, but I'm telling you, I mean, that's what I'm getting.
Say what you got again?
Vanillas, caramels, and green apple.
I got a little bit of green apple caramel, almost like the sucker that
Yeah.
they make. But it's
Well-
light. What?
Don's got his tasting notes in here. I just saw some of them. I'll wait till we taste it. But
Okay.
I did taste it. I was very impressed with this when I first unsealed the bottle, popped the cork, and poured one the other night. I was very impressed with the palate.
Slight oak. I almost feel like that we did a dram before this. I feel like it may be still overriding my palate. And it was not peated.
Yeah.
Finish is also a little nutty.
Ooh. Burnt caramel.
Okay.
A caramel truffle
I got to get a little water in there.
with a not lemon meringue. No, I'm just telling you.
You're reading that off the label.
I'm going from my palate.
As you're
Think
reading
of there's like a lemon meringue pie where you got like that burnt whipped cream type stuff on the top of it.
It's called
But
meringue.
think of like a caramel pie, caramel meringue pie. I was looking to see if he noted. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Don loves, like me, sherry influenced. So he's got the whiskeys in here, blah, blah, blah. He goes through each one blended and married in first fill Oloroso sherry butts.
Okay.
It's resulted in the qualitatively and stylistically singular whiskey. First nosing suggests lemon meringue and toffee apple, followed by apple, cinnamon, cranberry, and tablet on the palate. The finish is long and lingering with notes of apple pie, cream, and butterscotch.
The finish to me drops off. I don't get it.
It is quick. It is quick. I mean, it's 43%.
I don't. The finish is like
Yeah.
I don't get long and lingering. I'm just saying.
But I'll tell you, the older grain whiskeys in this are showing. This is where you get the just the caramels, that burnt caramel. I like to put that back here just so it's more in focus with us.
It's me getting slapped right there. I like to put it back here.
I keep moving it back. You're like, boom. You're like, yeah, take it.
Hold on. Sideways. Can't even see the label. This is just coming in. I mean, it's good, but it's coming in a lot lighter. What's the ABV
It's
again?
grain whiskey. You
I
have
know,
to
but we
have
just
different expectations for grain whiskey.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but we've had
That's
grain
what you
whiskey
get.
even from the Secret Spirits. I've had a lot of
At
grain whiskey
56% ABV. So this is a little bit lighter at 43.
there. Okay, I will give you
But-
that.
Yeah.
You think this? So the Secret Spirits grain whiskey I had was 53%.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it high.
It is good. This is very nice. It's very refined. It's good whiskeys married together in a nice sherry finish. really, think Macallan. I mean, think finer whiskey. Don't override your palate with something heavy before this.
Definitely don't do
Food or drink.
Right.
Those apples, the cinnamon, the caramels, vanillas.
I get the caramel apple. I mean, to me,
Very
again, it's
nice.
like that. This is weird, but we're in Halloween time. It's like that sucker that has the caramel wrapped around the green apple. Not as sweet as that, obviously, but I get that. But the finish to me is, I get.
I think my finish is actually going longer than Macallan edition number 5. My finish with this
was a
is
short finish
really,
too, though.
yeah, it was a short finish. This one is going on. I'm still getting it. I think it's nice. Is it a heavy hitter? Is it really rich, really deep, really a lot of depth? You all right?
I was trying to get it and I inhaled it.
Heimlich.
Ooh. Ah, I'm purging. I was trying to do my circular breathing and the circular fell off.
There was no, I was trying to do the circular, but there wasn't no circular to it.
Just sucked it in. Well, it's high enough proof that it'll burn your lungs.
186.
188.
I'm gonna add
did
it.
that already.
I'm gonna add a drop of water.
Ooh.
Don't necessarily want to at 43%. It's very nice. It's delicious. A great palate.
It's got the little dog on the back and the front.
That's Don's dog. Yeah.
Yep, that's his pooch.
Yep. And actually, we've been saying Don Sutcliffe. It's Sutcliffe and Son is the actual company.
Yes, right.
You want to say company? Whiskey.
LLC?
Whiskey.
Bottler?
Bottler. There you go. From the first opening to now, that's very good. Like I say, grain whiskey, you have to have different expectations. If you're drinking a rye whiskey, if you're drinking a peated Scotch, if you're drinking a sherried Scotch, if you're drinking a bourbon, you have to have different expectations. You have to have different things that your palate is going to expect from that whiskey. When I look at a grain whiskey, I have, what am I going to expect from that? This one exceeds those expectations. Light sherry influence, those darker fruits, just lightly. All those grain whiskeys
I was a little
married
too reclined.
together.
I was too reclined there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how many grain whiskeys I've had. I know they're lighter. I like the green apple caramel. You have to have this on a cleansed palate. Don't have it before you've had any food. Definitely don't have any peated whiskey around this at all. It's flavorful. It's finessed. It's light. 87.
So
I like the caramel green.
So at 91, this definitely breaches. 90 is my really good mark. The mark for good whiskeys. It's breached it. It's over it. Like I said, though, you have to have those different expectations when you're drinking a grain whiskey. Unless your palate if your palate is refined, you get that experience on there. When you taste something blind and you go, okay, this is light, or you're getting these notes, it's probably a grain whiskey. It's really good. You just have to know, like I say, if it's a rye whiskey, if it's a Canadian whiskey, if it's a Scotch, if it's a peated Scotch, have those expectations.
No question.
For a grain whiskey, it exceeds expectations by far. A blended grain whiskey, very nice. The age shows.
I know you got a steal on that inaugural bottle. Mm-hmm. Does this the malt? Does this go for? What does this go for?
They're all coming out like the 100, depending on your market, probably $90 to $110 range.
Got it.
Yeah. And like I say, with the recipe, 30 and 34-year-old whiskeys. Where did it go?
34-year-old?
Yeah. 33-year-old Carsbridge, 34-year-old Cameron Bridge, 20-year-old Strathclyde,
Wow.
9 and 14-year-old North British, and 6-year-old Loch Lomond. So, I'm about ready to lose power on my Mac. We're going to have to wrap this baby up.
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com and help support us by buying some of our merchandise like these coins, glasses, hats, shirts.
Go to Patreon.
Support us there.
I already said Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Salon.
Dummies.